Hey guys, it's Crusher045 here again. I promised in the last video that this episode would be very fun, very entertaining, and a very good mission. And I, intend to keep that promise. So let's go ahead and jump right in. I don't want to waste any time with introduction here. Let's just jump straight into the mission.
Cursed Dry and those who dwell within her walls. They torched our food stores and tents. Even most of the ships. We'll be lucky to even escape here now.
Escape? We just broke down one of the gates. We should be pressing our attack, not talking of escape.
The Trojans aren't going to wait for that. Surely they will attack again at any moment.
Not if they think we've left. Poseidon is the lord of horses. In Atlantis, a defeated general surrenders his horse when beaten.
A horse, yes. A great wooden horse.
I don't understand. Will it fight?
We can have this done quickly, and we don't have to rebuild any of the siege. Arkantos, I will need your help.
Alright, before I begin, I want to check something here. Oops, not that. I think it's... Okay, we're in good shape. Alright. So essentially the mission here is to build the Trojan Horse. That's why I said it'd be interesting, because everyone hears about the Trojan Horse. Now we actually get to build it. So we want as many villagers as we can get here, because the entire premise here is to get 1,000 wood, to then build it, and it's like building a wonder, which, let's just say it takes a long time to build. So the more villagers we have, the faster this will go. We also need a military force because enemies will attack us, and as a result we don't want to be caught off guard. So, when I said this would be an interesting mission, I'm not joking, and I think I'm gonna take a different approach here than I usually do. Instead of just talking about the gameplay and what I'm doing, because you can only do that so much, I'm gonna take a different approach and just talk about like the Trojan Horse strategy. I think it's a really cool strategy for warfare. It's interesting because you have to think about it, right? Imagine if you were faking a surrender just to go around and use that faking of the surrender to just completely decimate your enemies. That's essentially what the Trojan Horse strategy was, right? They pretended to surrender in order to infiltrate the walls by being inside of the thing that they were using to surrender. And then by doing that, they essentially created the perfect premise to destroy Troy. It's just really cool. And that's what they chose to do. It reminds me of some things in history that I've read about, such as there's a famous Islamic strategy that was very similar to that, where they were trying to they were trying to attack for 10 years, and then it turned into that they were
Run for the gate!
not actually interested in surrender. The entire point of it was to...
If we stop these scouts, Troy will not attack us.
Yeah, the whole point of it was to fool the enemy and say 10 years we'll have a peace treaty. But 7 years later, or 3 years later I should say, they decided to just flip on the treaty and go straight for war. That's kind of what I think this is similar to. In a convoluted sort of way, right? Because the idea is very similar. Let's fool the enemy, and if we fool them hard enough, they'll think that we've left. And in reality, we haven't really left the war. We're still in the war. They don't know that. That was really why I think it's such a cool strategy, because it's all based on this like deceiving your opponent. And I don't know, I've always liked information warfare and deception a lot, and I think it's just a cool concept. So Yeah, if you have a disagreement about what you think the strategy is like or something you can compare it to, I'd love to hear about it in the description. I'm a huge history buff, so you'll be hearing a lot about stuff like that throughout the series. Let's see. What do I need here? Probably some gold for the sake of troop building. I don't have enough wood, so... Wood's going to be the hot commodity here, it looks like, for buildings and for protection. So those enemies that you saw that came in and they were like, oh, we need to warn Troy. If you don't stop them in time, they will actually go all the way back to the gates of the Troy and then send a huge army after you. So you need to take out those patrols so that you can protect your citizens until you get enough wood to build the horse. So it's going to be very crucial for us to do just that and keep building up our forces and our resource count and everything like that. Because I've got 12 wood gatherers, but that's not going to be enough. It just isn't. This mission might not last too long. I thought it might take a little longer than it seems like it's going to, but at the end of the day, I think it will be a fairly short mission if I play it right.
Πρόσεχε, πρόσταγμα, έστω. Λέγε, μάλιστα.
So I hope you guys have been enjoying this series so far. When I first started making it, I didn't think I would enjoy it as much as I have, but I've been finding it super entertaining to just make this content. Play the campaign again. I haven't played it in, at least 5 years. And just talk you through it.
Scouts return to Troy, or we will be attacked. We have stopped this scout, but stay sharp, men. There will be more.
And so, playing a campaign I haven't played in years, it's really fun. It gives me a chance to talk about it, and think about it, because, years of playing it, I never really thought about it. And so, this gives me a new perspective on the game, and I think that's a really worthwhile thing to do. So if you guys have never had that opportunity, I highly recommend you do it. If you're interested in starting a YouTube channel, just go for it. You might not get all the followers right away. I know for sure I haven't, but it's still worth it. Even if I reach 1 person with my videos, I feel like I've accomplished something. And that's how I'm taking it. Even if 1 person out there says, I like this, I've done something. I've accomplished what I was hoping to accomplish, and that's all I can hope to do, really. You can't appease everybody, but you can make a difference in small ways, and that's what I hope to do with these videos. And so I hope I've done that. I hope that I'm allowing people to see fun gameplay and interactive commentary and things like that. The commentary, of course, will get more lively and more focused as I start to get comments from you guys, and so it's a two-way street. I'll keep doing commentary like I am until I hear from you guys about what you want to see in the future. Okay, I finally have enough wood, and as you can see, this pops up, which is super vital. I do want to build a couple more troops before I jump into making the horse, though. And we're gonna hop over here and set all 12 of these guys to go and start building that. I'm actually gonna plop my villagers straight onto that. I'm gonna train about 6 more villagers to just come and build this, because it's got a lot of hit points. It's gonna take a while to build. I don't want to get caught where I'm trying to, continue to train this army, or build it while I'm getting attacked by a huge army, because the way the mission works is as soon as this is built, it triggers the end of the mission. I've thought about showing you guys a create your own map, because this game has a map editor, showing you how to use that and building our own map, which then you guys can download and use in Age of Mythology. So I think that'd be cool. For those of you who don't know, Age of Mythology should be available on Amazon, a disc copy of it, or if you want to pick it up with better graphics and things like that, you can actually get it on Steam. and it's relatively inexpensive. If you wait for a discount, it's even better. There's more civs that are added, or not civs, mythologies that are added that are not in this particular version. I only have the original, which has Greece, Egyptians, and the Norse. But that's, you know, a whole different setup. This is just, as you can see, those three. The other one has, I think, the Chinese and the Titans. So if you're interested in that,
return to
then,
Troy, or we will be attacked.
you know, I'd highly recommend picking it up. This game is a ton of fun. This guy better not make it, but it's kind of scary how quickly he's running away. I'm gonna save our
Good job. This scout will not bring a patrol.
Yeah, you just zap him because if he makes it back, it's over. And we're halfway there. I don't want to have to start over. Yeah, I'm not even bothering to level up or age up because it's just not worth it to me in this particular scenario. Because the whole point of it is just to build the horse. And it's not like you have to build it and then do something. You just build it and it's over. So I'm just continuing to gather resources in case I happen to need them. Because you honestly never know. You might need it. Okay. Everything seems to go pretty well in this mission. It's a really straightforward mission. I mean, it's honestly one of the easiest ones for a while. The next mission is decently easy. 8th one, like I said, is going to be very, very hard for me. But when we get there, we'll take it as we get there. So you don't want to miss that one for sure. This mission's almost over, so we'll wrap up in a few minutes here, but I just wanted you guys to see the ending here, and then I think there's a cutscene as well, perhaps? I'm not entirely sure. We'll see how they do it. I forget how they break up the cutscenes for these missions. So...
Move the horse into position, quickly!
Agamemnon, take the boats and the men and sail just out of sight. Arkantos, Ajax, and I will man the horse. When night falls, sail back. We'll have the gate open for you.
I'm glad you schemed for me, Odysseus. I will return at nightfall.
If we destroy the gate, our troops can rush in.
I actually thought this was the next mission, but as it turns out, this is part of the mission. It's a very fun part of this mission, so you're not gonna
wait here for the guards to pass. We would do best to avoid fighting them now.
So essentially, we're inside of Troy now. We snuck in using the Trojan Horse method, and now we're going to sneak our way all the way down to free our pals, so we can launch a revolt essentially from the inside out. It's a very cool interpretation of how the Trojan
We could make good use of those.
So to get there, I have to actually kill this Cyclops.
Colossus should try to sneak past.
I think it's really beautiful how they've designed Troy, and that's what I'm saying. The map editor lets you do all this kind of stuff. I think it's neat that they've gone and done this like they have. I've always wanted to try and make something like this, but it's so much work and effort, and it's not really worth it to me to go and spend all the time to do that. Okay, now I can grab Heliopoli. Colossus sees us, but now I've got a bunch of units behind me. He didn't even do anything. I really don't know what he was doing. Okay, let's continue. But yeah, see, they're Hades. I don't get it.
Why are those Heliopoli out of storage? They are controlled by the enemy. Stop them!
Yeah, and I think it's actually worth destroying these because they will train. I gotta tear these walls down to finish the mission. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. I think it's just tear down the wall. But I'm tearing down the towers first because they will do some serious damage to our men if I'm not careful. I just didn't think this mission was in 2 halves. I actually was thinking of just continuing on to the next mission because it's okay.
The gods have graced us with 2 meteors!
Oh, well that's great.
Agamemnon has returned with his army. Quickly, rush through the gate and take down Troy's fortress.
Prostegma, malista.
We're gonna go straight to it. I don't even care. We're gonna send Army 2 over here because they're about to go face a huge portion of the Trojan army. I'm actually gonna grant them steals the bronze armor. Army 3 we're gonna send over this way as well because they've got a whole nother thing to take down. I'm actually gonna use one of these meteors to just go and pummel the crud out of these guys. Interesting little note about meteors. They're only accessible to the Egyptians. So one of those fallen. So now it's just this last one. There we go.
Fallen. Let's find Helen and get her back home.
Where to now, Arkantos?
Back to Atlantis. This was a welcome break from chasing pirates, but I need to return home.
Well, pirates or not, you need to get your boats repaired.
You don't think they can make it to Atlantis?
No.
There is a port not far from here, Ajax.
I'm sailing there. I can show you the way and get someone to work on your ships.
And he strides among the treetops, and is taller than the trees, and his voice through all the garden is thunder sent to bring. What is it, Kemsit?
Chemos has returned, sir. He lost the trident. He says the Atlantean was headed for Troy. The battle there will not last much longer once he joins the Greeks.
The siege at Troy is already over.
Zeus could still interfere.
Do you question me, Kemsit?
No. Everything is exactly as you said it would be. The fortress, the tunnel, Troy.
Giants and the genie, multiplex of wing and eye, whose strong obedience broke the sky. Send Chemos. I want to speak with him.
Yes, General.
So, for those of you guys who are just now realizing what's going on here, this is where we meet the main antagonist of this entire campaign, and it's a subtle little hint at the end of this mission that you don't really even realize. Because the whole time at the beginning you're just thinking, oh, it's just about the Trojan War, it's just about, Arkantos' journey to, go in and help out in this little errand. No. The story gets so much more interesting from here. So, I didn't spoil anything major by telling you that. You just have to keep sticking around to watch and see what happens. I'm not going to spoil anything for you guys. I already know what happens, but I'm not going to say anything. If you want to find out more, continue to watch these videos. So subscribe so you will be up to date. I'm looking to get, a couple pumped out every so often so that you'll be able to keep watching them every day and not have to wait around too long. I apologize in advance if there's like days that I can't do one or I skip a day or, uploads come up later than usual, whatever it is. Consider leaving a comment if you want to hear different kinds of dialogue, whatever it is that you want to see. But until next time, This has been Crusher045. I really look forward to the next couple of levels because it really develops the story and things get really interesting, so you're not going to want to miss it. But until next time, this is me, and I'm signing off.